How we doing today, YouTube? This is Killstarter here, coming at you guys with a Genesis branded profile. So yesterday my locals had a Genesis event where unfortunately I got second place. I couldn't take first, partially due to a misplay, partially due to bricking in the very last round against you, Bell Justina. What are you gonna do when you open up one starter and they open up the Samsar and Verudras? Can't do much, but that's neither here nor there. We're here to have fun, play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And I figured I might as well show off this deck because the deck performed really well. And the combo that kind of inspired me to build this exact list, I'll showcase at the end. Starting off, we have one Adlib, triple Eluber, one Tragedy. I decided to take a little more of a traditional approach to the deck, where we ran the one Adlib, one Tragedy. Because we do run the Herald package as you guys can see, so upping the fairy count and having the Despias be fairies pairs well with these guys. Unfortunately, you can't get the tragedy effect off of the Herald, but if you have this engraved and you have any one of these engraved as well, you can reset them, so it's pretty good. Double Albion, primarily just because I couldn't think of a 40th card, so Double Albion just kind of makes the deck into a 38 card deck, which ain't too bad. One Quem, double cart, one OG Alabaz, one Fallen White Alabaz. This is honestly much better than Brand Fusion in my opinion, because it gets a lot of your plays going, and you get a lot more mileage out of the card rather than outside of a brand fusion. Triple Ecclesia, just because you want to be able to see Fallen the White a lot more. One Golden Sword Soul because of the combo that we have. One new kit, two OG kit, one Keldo, one Medora, just to pair well again with the Heralds. Double Fua. Fua honestly came up a lot, and it was really good having the extra points for this. Conversely, you could take out the Fua, the Ecclesias, and the Crows to free up 20 extra points and do what you will with that. But I figured with what I had on hand, this was the better choice. Double green light, triple orange light. These not being pointed helped so much. Triple high spirits, just because it's the heart and soul of the deck, in my opinion, where you're able to get almost any one of these guys to get your plays going, except for Luba, of course, and all that stuff. But this sets up your grave. This sets up a lot more extension as well, so it's just too good to not have. Double Brandon in red, just because we have a couple ways to get Fallen White in grave as well, through Quem, Albion, or even High Spirits. So being able to get that card back is really important. Triple Opening, just because you don't really play this card off rip. You kind of save this for the very last part of your combo. One Desperate Theater of the Branded. This, for those who don't know, during your main phase, you can fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. And then the graveyard effect, or this effect doesn't come up too much, but it can obviously come up when you need it. If a face-up non-fusion fairy monster you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect or is destroyed by battle, you can basically reborn a level 8 or higher fusion monster, which, because we have a decent amount of fairies and these guys have such low attack, in case you do need one of your fusions, you can play this, attack, and then reborn any one of your fusions. One Tally Host Brigands. This is actually a leftover idea from a previous first place list that I had, where I ran triple Tally Ho, double New Kit, and triple Radiant Typhoon Vision. But because Vision got pointed, we decided to slim down on that. Plus, this is also a nice way to just get any one of your kits, and you're able to extend or get your plays going that way. So not too bad. One Banishment and one Retribution. For the side deck, I kind of just cobbled this together with double Lancia, triple Crow, double Jizukiru, one Dragon, one Shadal Fusion just to make use of the Shadal Construct. Double Illusion Gate because it's not pointed, it's a free Raigeki and a Reborn, so why not? And double Twin Twister just because you do have a lot of discard outlets or a way to get your cards back from the grave. So figured, Twin Twister, not too bad. Extra deck. We got one Alba, one Albion, Burgund. This could have honestly been Sprin, just because Sprin has a lot wider. You can cast a larger net with Sprin and get all the random little levels that you're not able to get. Plus, Sprin's end phase effect lets you get any one of your kits. So, not too bad. This though, it's all right. I mean, it's a beast, so you can get some value off of your kits as well too. So, got that going for you. You got one Quertus, one Construct, one Gabagoo as I call him, one Libellion, one Mirajade, one Rinbrum, one Secretarion, one Dragon that devours Dogma, one Ash Dragon. This was honestly the spice, Bust Dragon. For the main reason why you play this is for this text right here. All monsters your opponent controls becomes dragons. So I think you can see where I'm going with this. If you have Bust Dragon paired up with Secretarion, your opponent's special summon monsters cannot activate their effects. They have to rely solely on the normal summon, which you can check with the Herald of the Orange Light or the Green Light in case they have any sort of removal. But by that point, you already have so much advantage off of just one card as well, to where you're probably not going to lose that game. One Berserker Tenyi and one new Ecclesia. This was this was the misplay that kind of cost me the. I think cost me the match, where my board state was Tenyi, Mirajade, and a bunch of other. It wasn't Mirajade. It was Tenyi, Ecclesia, and a bunch of other big guys where I attacked, and my opponent activated Spirited Yubel, and I orange lighted it. And I forgot, oh wait, it gets this effect when it's destroyed. But that's life. You make misplays, and you just learn from them. Plus, that's the fun about Genesys that I'm having, where you get to play a lot of older decks or a lot of new, or you explore different ways of playing modern decks. But yeah, so that was the list. Honestly, the side deck, a lot to be desired. I just kind of threw it together. I did take a lot of inspiration from Jared. Shout out to Jared for the Spriggans idea that I used a couple weeks back, as well as the top 8 list for the UK Open. So of course this is not a specific homebrew. I did take a lot of inspiration, but overall this deck performed really well, and I really only bricked once, which was in the last match. I wouldn't even say brick. It was one Aluber, double Orange Light, one OG Albaz, and one new kit, with my top deck being Herald of the Orange Light. But unfortunately, I was going against an Omni Negate and the Samsara Lotus, so one starter wasn't enough. But what can you do? So going on to the main combo, all you need is just one Fall in the White, and we'll just let this play out. Yep. Minor detail, I forgot this technically a 1.5 card combo because you do need a discard, which you'll see here. But for the most part, the board state is all three of your synchros off of just one card, because you do the. That's why we have Sword Soul, is just a way to get better access to a level 4. Yep, and that is pretty much the end board off of just 1.5 cards, where you have Berserker Tenyi, Bust Dragon, Ecclesia, Lubellion. Well, not necessarily Lubellion. You could just shuffle back to Lubellion and the and any one of your girls or your Sword Soul. That way you can free up a space in case you somehow have a Rinbrum in rotation. But yeah, this is the end board, and the main thing is, oh, nice board. Anyways, Ecclesia going to OG Albaz, and we'll use OG discard to fuse off their entire board, because everything's dragons. So yeah, I just figured when I showcase this, and just let me know what you guys think. Alright, catch you guys later.